In this tutorial, we begin by declaring a variable named currentStep and initialize it to 0. This will track which step of our multi-step form the user is currently on. The showCurrentStep function is responsible for displaying the correct form step to the user and updating the progress bar. The next step and previous step functions handle navigation by updating the current step and then calling showCurrentStep to reflect the change. When the document is fully loaded, we initialize our form with the first step shown and attach click event listeners to the next and back navigation buttons. Inside the showCurrentStep function, we select all elements with the class step representing our form steps. We also select our progress bar element. For each step, we use a for-each loop to check if it's the current active step, setting its display style to block if it is, or none if not. We then update the progress bar's value to reflect the completion percentage based on the current step. The next step function increases the current step variable by 1 if we're not on the last step, and then calls showCurrentStep to update the form view. The previous step function does the opposite, decrementing current step if we're not on the first step and updating the view accordingly. Upon the document being loaded, we define an empty object called data to store form inputs values. We add an event listener to the form submit event. Within the listener, we prevent the form's default submission and collect all input elements. We iterate over each input with a for-each loop to save the values into our data object, keyed by each input's name attribute. The saveStepData function gets all inputs from the current step and stores their values in local storage. We identify each value by the input's name. The loadStepData function retrieves these values from local storage when a step is revisited, ensuring that a user's inputs are remembered across the different steps. This makes for a smoother user experience as users can navigate back and forth without losing their data.